So guys, still Domi, still a random German dude exploring the world, and I promised to post a video every day, so today I don't have a video, so I decided let me do a different thing and give you my first impressions and thoughts on Vietnam. So yeah, my expectations were quite different than what I actually seen here. Like just look at this building. So before I came here, everything I actually knew about Vietnam was everything I've seen was all this war stuff. I'm gonna show you here. Like this was my expectation of Vietnam, and the expectations got completely crushed. Like Vietnam is just crazy. Before I go into the video, let me just say Vietnam is it's probably the most awesome place I've visited yet. Like not as an adventure as India, but it's just crazy. And it's like much more developed than I've ever thought. Like a lot of people here, I talk to Vietnamese people, they want to visit Europe. They tell me they want to visit developed places, wealthy places and stuff like this. But just look at this building. Vietnam is like 1,000 times more developed than Germany. Like life here is just wonderful so far, and I'm just here for 1 week, since 1 week. Like you have so many skyscrapers. You have such awesome public transport. You have supermarkets that are open 24/7, and they sell so much nice food and for such a good price. Like there's just so much good things about this country. Like it's crazy. I don't even know where to start. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be this crazy. Like just look at the screens on this skyscraper. In Germany we don't have these big screens, and we don't have those skyscrapers. And the entire city here, Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, is just crazy. Like yeah, maybe I should do the video a bit more structured, but I'm just gonna walk around and talk about things that came to my mind. And maybe it's interesting for you, maybe not, we will find out. And yeah, so currently I'm waiting here for friends and we get some food, but whenever I have free time, I will just talk to the camera and tell you a bit about the city and about Vietnam itself. And also, I can't talk yet about the entirety of Vietnam because I've only been to one city. But on the weekend, I will be in a small village, and then I can also check out the village life. And yeah, what I can right now tell you is that the traffic is much more crazy than even in India. You have, as you can see, I'm now in a quiet street, but you can see from the parking there's a lot of scooters, like a lot of scooters. Like just look at this. Like the entire streets are filled with scooters, and I'm quite sure I can put in some clips to show you. And the other thing is, people actually have traffic lights. And now we even come back to the point of more developed, the traffic lights here. They even tell you how long you have to wait until you can cross the street. It's wonderful. And around 80% of people actually care about the traffic lights. So that's a nice thing. After 6 months in India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, I'm not used to seeing traffic lights. Also again, look at this. Look at all the scooters there. Hundreds of scooters. Big buildings, big skyscrapers, lots of street food. But yeah, I have to think about what to tell you instead of making this no-cut, one-take video. So, wow, look at this. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you more soon, once I find more time to talk and collected my thoughts. But I hope you will enjoy this video, same as I enjoy Vietnam. Let's go. So another thing, here there are no homeless people. You don't really find any homeless people, and my friends from here told me it's because the government takes care of everybody that gets homeless. So shout out to the government. And also you don't really see beggars. So in 1 week here, I didn't see a single beggar. I've seen some kids trying to do like artistic stuff, like spitting fire and stuff like this, and then asking for money, but no real beggars. Also, perfect timing to mention it, but you will actually see, for some reason, you will find a lot of old people sitting on the street, like I'm passing right now. And yeah, well, I don't know what they're asking for, but for some reason there are a lot of old people sitting on the side of the road here, and some old people, they're actually walking around and trying to sell you lottery tickets. Also kids, so I don't know what's up with this, like there's no begging, but there is selling of lottery tickets. So yeah. Also, you don't really find much trash here, only in some places like this one. I'm here right now, but the interesting thing is, after a few hours this all will be just brushed away, and all the big main streets, all the city center and stuff, there's no trash at all. So it's very fascinating. It's a very clean place, especially the parks, the city center. You won't find a single empty bottle. Even though people here drink a lot of like iced tea and stuff in like plastic cups, you don't really see much of this. So, oh, fine. So, the next thing here is actually the traffic. So the traffic, I have to say, it's even more dangerous than in India, because in India you have a lot of traffic, but because it's so crowded, it's very slow. But here the traffic is very crowded, but it's very fast. So crossing a street here in Vietnam is much crazier than in India. So sometimes you spend quite a while trying to cross the street. And yeah, also I heard like literally everybody I know had accidents before. And even my taxi on the first day had an accident. So the traffic here in Vietnam is quite crazy. Yeah, I've never seen so many scooters before. I mentioned it before in the video, like even you can see here, it's just scooters everywhere. And people even park the scooters in their homes, in the restaurants. You have scooter parking inside buildings. So another thing I wanted to mention is the 24-hour supermarkets at every side road. Like even in my street, I think I have 6 supermarkets that are open 24/7, and there's no supermarkets in India, no supermarkets in Nepal or Sri Lanka, and in Germany they're closed much earlier. So it's very nice to just be able to go to a supermarket at just any time. So let me cross here real quick. So also, if you're wondering, I'm recording this video in 2 parts. So now it's evening, and yeah, maybe I can show you one of those supermarkets. But also in the evening here, life is very busy, very hectic, many people, many scooters. So another thing I have to mention here is the nightlife, because out of all the countries I've ever been to, including my home country Germany and all the European countries, there's no nightlife so far compared to the Vietnamese nightlife. Like if you've seen one of my last videos, then you will understand the nightlife here is crazy. And also a lot of it takes place on the streets. So like in India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, it's not allowed to drink outside. So all the nightlife is like separated inside of some buildings, and it's very expensive. But here the nightlife, it takes place all over the street. Also, whenever you're walking, like this street is a bad example, but everywhere you can find people just sitting in restaurants on the street and just enjoying their evening. So if you go out at night and you go to a busier street like this one, it's just all full of people, everybody sitting everywhere and eating. And here, for example, you see 24-hour supermarket. And if you look there, this is also 24-hour supermarket. And if you look back to this direction, there's also 24-hour supermarket. So you're just surrounded by 24-hour supermarkets. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it, and if I even mentioned it many times before, but I'm very in love with this country. And yeah, maybe I have to stay a bit longer to see the downsides. Maybe I'm currently in my like honeymoon phase, but I simply love this place. It's always nice when you come to a new country and you experience like so much new stuff, and it's just awesome. Also, if you're a food lover, you will find a lot of street food here. It's actually on a similar level to India. Like, if you look back there, even though it's not a busy street, also here and there's also street food everywhere. But the problem is, it will be very hard to find veg food. So vegetarian food is hard to find here. People eat very interesting stuff here, like chicken feet or heart or intestines or just anything you can imagine. Like, people in Vietnam, they eat the entire animal, and you will find it everywhere. Also, everything you can find in the ocean, they also eat. So not a veg lover's paradise. But yeah, also overall you have like a lot of like Chinese, Japanese, Korean influence. So all the supermarkets, most of the restaurants, they also sell Japanese stuff, Chinese stuff, Korean stuff, and it's also all very affordable. Also the public transport here, like there's a bus, but there's no metro system or something here in Saigon. But you can just book a motorbike for a very cheap price. It's so loud here, and I'm just trying to somehow make the video without screaming too much. So the prices of they are called Grab, and you can see them with the green helmets, and they are just it's more expensive than India or Nepal, but it's still like 20 times cheaper than Germany. And here also you can see, as I told you, the amount of traffic. It's just crazy. I'm in a not so busy side roads, but I can show you clips of the busy roads, and then you will understand. Another thing I have to say before I end the video, so far everybody here has been just super nice. Like, within 1 week I had not a single bad encounter with people. Everybody's just super friendly, super helpful. The problem is, people don't really speak English. Like, you rarely find someone speaking English, and you have to communicate a lot with your hands and feet. So it can be quite a hassle to get some food, because also the menus, they are not in English. The menus and everything, all the signs, maybe I can show you one. It's just all in Vietnamese. So if you go to a fancy restaurant, they will have English subtitles. But besides that, everything is in Vietnamese. So the best way to get food here is when you get some Vietnamese friends and they help you to get food. Otherwise, you have to translate everything you see on the menu. And sometimes it can be complicated, because Vietnamese people, they have different letters. Which means, there was one day there was a food called, it was a CAT, like cat, but in Vietnamese letters. And then when I looked up the cat, I obviously just got shown a fried cat, and it obviously was not cat, it was a noodle soup. So hello sir. And as I said, the friendliness of the people, you will have a lot of people trying to talk to you. Like it reminds me of my first time in India, but the problem is the language barrier. So the conversations oftentimes don't go far, and you just have to use your hands to communicate. But yeah, I hope I mentioned everything I thought about, and I hope you enjoyed this quick video, because I promised to post one video a day. So yeah, if I have something that comes to my mind I want to mention, I will put it in right now. Yes, one thing I forgot to tell. Hotel standards here, I'm telling you, while crossing a hotel, are much higher than in the other places I visited. Like first I thought it's gonna be very expensive here, but for the same price I get a hotel in India, here I get something much better. Like in India, for like $8 a night, you get a room full of cockroaches, no private shower, no AC, no television, bad Wi-Fi. Don't even let me start on Sri Lanka. But here you get a own fridge, TV, fast Wi-Fi, AC. I have a triple room for this price. I have a working shower, I have a sauna, I have a pool on the roof of my hotel, so you get a lot for cheap money. So back to outro Domi. And yeah, if not, then thank you for watching. As I said, there is a lot of Vietnam content to come, and see you on the next video.